Jared, the Gamecock season, for the most part, is done, especially for the major sports. It's been another great season of college football, college basketball, college baseball, and softball. Really, the big sports in the college world. We have gotten to cover so many great things, so many special things this season. We've traveled a lot. We have a lot of more memories for us to make. So we want to kind of share our Gamecock favorite memories of the season. I got a couple. Jared, you got a couple?
Yeah, I got a couple. So obviously, I joined the Watch Fox Sports team in December. So
Yeah.
I didn't really get to see much of football season. Obviously, we went down to Orlando for the Citrus Bowl.
Because you joined right before the Citrus Bowl,
Right.
Yeah.
So I saw that, but obviously with the Gamecocks losing, it was a fun experience, but not much to have in sake of memories for that. But my first real Gamecock memory that really sticks with me was men's basketball versus Clemson.
Oh,
Specifically, late in the game, fourth quarter, hearing Sandstorm and seeing the fans go crazy for that. I mean, obviously, Gamecocks always talk about Sandstorm and what it means and how that energy that pumps the room when it comes on. But actually seeing that against a rival and kind of, I think so much of them winning that game against a much more talented Clemson was that the fans were just pumping consistent energy. That was incredible to watch. And I was like, oh, this is what Columbia, this is what South Carolina is about.
Yeah.
Among those also, seeing South Carolina softball beat UCLA day one, that was just really cool to see. Kind of a glimpse of what this program can accomplish, hosting their first ever super regional in Ashley Chastain Woodard's first year. That showed me, okay, this could be something great here. And then going to Tampa with the Gamecocks for the Final Four.
Of course.
I just think even though they didn't get it done, going to a Final Four, going to Tampa.
A dream.
Yeah, that's awesome. Seeing how many fans of the sport, just period, were there, not just Gamecocks fans. Just women's basketball fans. That was just incredible to be around. You had several old players, current WNBA players, literally just walking the street. That was something that was kind of, it caught me off guard just to see stars walking the street, but that was really cool.
Those are three good ones. And before I share mine, I want to tell everyone that Ashley Chastain Woodard is going to be on the podcast for our episode that's coming out on Thursday. So Ashley Chastain Woodard on set with us, and I'm talking to her a lot about her first season with the Gamecocks and all of the emotions she's feeling after that super regional. So we have a lot of memories, and of course, so does she. So stay tuned for that conversation. That's dropping on Thursday. And you know what's funny about that South Carolina Clemson men's basketball game is it's interesting how both seasons changed after that, because we were like, wow, South Carolina got the win they needed in the non-con. And then, of course, their season just plateaued, or not even plateau. I mean, it just went down the drain. Clemson's went up, and I know they, lost badly in that first round of the NCAA tournament. But it was interesting to see the emotions of that night and how everything changed after that, and also for behind the scenes of how all that works. When we're getting, because that was on like a Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
So we have a 30-minute show every night at 11 o'clock. We're going live from the CLA from that game. Jared's
overtime game.
It's an overtime game. So it's already starting at 7, getting done by 9. By the time press is done, our news starts at 10. So it's already a tight turnaround with our 30-minute show at 11. Jared's already got highlights cut, everything. We're good to go, ready to go. And this is how you have to adapt in our industry, because as soon as it goes to overtime, it's like, okay, well, forget everything that you just prepared for our show. Let's just try and get like the big buckets in this.
Chase Hunter.
Chase Hunter. Everyone from the Gamecocks, let's just try and get these big buckets in for our show. So we're sweating bullets behind the scenes.
And I don't think I'd gone live after a weekday basketball until then.
Yeah.
So that was quite the experience.
I know. And of course, I'm over here like, oh man, Jared, I just wanted him to get like experience going live, and of course, now it's just chaotic. But
Trial
you did great.
by fire.
You did great though. You nailed it in every single aspect. But so many technical things you have to think about. And of course, our news and sports zone is pretty much going on while we're having to get all this in. So a fun operation. I've got two memories from this past season. The first is the Citrus Bowl, because it was on New Year's Eve, which was very fun. It was very interesting. And we did have our 30-minute show on New Year's Eve. And Jared and I are in Orlando doing live shots after the game and fireworks are going
Yeah.
off, you know, and so that was a unique experience for me because I don't know. I don't remember the last time I went live from a big game on a holiday like that. And so that was fun. And then after our show, we're trying to like pack everything as fast as we can to drive back to the hotel so we can like watch the ball drop with all of our fellow journalists who were done for the day and like try and have some semblance of a party and a memory. So I remember that very, very vividly. And that was our first time getting to like travel, you know, together and work together. And so that was fun that was really like your welcome to the team, you know? And so that was a special memory. Not the way the Gamecocks wanted the season to end, obviously, but that was special to be going live from a stadium with like fireworks going off all around you. Yeah. That was really, really cool.
I loved that.
Yeah, I loved it too. It was really special. And that trip was fun. The bowl games are very chill.
That's the thing. Win or lose, you know, obviously it's always going to be more fun to cover a winning locker room. Just that's how it is. But the bowl game, everyone... they're enjoying it. Like it's a fun experience.
Because like the Final Four, it's a lot of work no matter what happens. No matter what the results are, it is work. It is like workload that you're used to times 10. It's just a different level. Bowl games are still a lot of work, but it's a chill atmosphere. Yeah. Everybody's having a good time.
You have more fun with it.
Yeah, you have a lot of more fun. There were Cheez-Its everywhere. It was a fun time. So it's not as intense as something like a Final Four or a national championship. The other one that really stood out to me this year is the SEC tournament with women's basketball. Okay. I love the SEC tournament. I've always said that. It's just one of my favorite times of the year because it's like really 3 days. It's not even a week, you know, that we go to cover South Carolina, and it being in Greenville is always fun because we get to stay here, you know, in state in our area, but it also just moves fast and it also has a chill vibe. It's just fun. And you get, you know, locker room access to the players. You get to talk to them, get to know them a lot better. And obviously they win a lot. And that helps that they win the SEC tournament almost every year. But the one reason that it was my favorite is because I saw the team click in a way that I don't think we'd seen all year. So it was fun to see the team reach their potential. And also one of my predictions came true, which always feels good because that weekend, after they beat Oklahoma in the semifinals, I looked at everyone, all the younger journalists that were around me, and I saw Texas struggle against LSU. And I said, South Carolina is going to lay the hammer down on them tomorrow. I've seen the script too many times. I know the Dawn Staley, you know, method of the noon game, followed by the semi, followed by coming out in the championship and just doing their jobs. And she owned Vic Schaefer in big games. Texas did not look good that day. And I looked at everyone and I said, they're going to lay the hammer down on Texas tomorrow. And everyone kind of looked at me like, I don't know. You know,
I thought it was going to be a close game.
You thought it was going to be a close game? I knew it was not going to be close. I knew South Carolina. I could see the script unfolding in ways that I had seen many times in the past. And I said, South Carolina is going to win, and they're going to win easily. And they did. And I was like, yeah, I love when my predictions come true. I was like, yeah. And then, of course, we had a great time in March Madness as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a really, really fun year in Gamecock sports. It's really amazing. I tell everybody, Columbia is one of the best sports markets you can work in.
For sure.
Because you have everything. College football, you know, women's basketball here is huge, which is so fun. And then you've got the SEC baseball, softball.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing market to be in. There's something going on all the time.
I love it.
And think about that. I mean, you've been here, 7 months?
Yeah.
And think of all the memories you already have.
I know. Like, I've covered, 3 NCAA tournaments in person.
Yeah.
Mind you.
In 7 months.
We did women's basketball, softball, and then men's tennis. They also hosted here. So that's just not even tournaments, period. That's tournaments hosted here in 7 months. Like, that's just
amazing.
Continuing to get experiences under my belt.
Yeah, it's just the beginning, my friend. Soon you'll be like, what tournament was that? What did we do? And then you'll get cocky and arrogant, and you won't be able to remember what you covered when or anything like that. But yeah, so it's been a really, really fun year. Looking forward to more, of course, football and everything will be here before we know it. But of course, our podcast will continue all summer long, and there will always be things happening. So it might feel like it's the chill summertime, but it's not. Everything is going on all the time.